Hi, so you're thinking about studying psychology. Well, your first question might be, what is psychology all about? If you look at the first slide there, you can see in the yellow, psychology, it's a science really, and it's looking at the mind and human behavior, why people behave in the way that they do, and it seeks to explain that and understand what's going on inside people's minds. If you just have a look at the first slide there's a link that you can click on, and that might give you an indication of the way that we look at some of the things that people do, and the way that people pay attention is one of the things that we look at very carefully. So how did you do? Did you see the gorilla? That's an interesting study, and it is quite amusing, but it's a real life piece of research into attention and how we pay attention. So when you're studying psychology, we do look at a lot of research, as I said. We look at it in videos, and some of it we look at in textbooks. So it's worth bearing in mind that there's quite a lot of reading, and there's quite a lot of note-taking, and there's quite a lot of research and theories to remember and learn. So at College School, the exam board that we use is AQA, and within that we follow their psychology syllabus. So we study at AS level. There's the core content at the bottom tier of that triangle. So we've got memory, which is cognitive psychology. We've got attachment, which falls under developmental psychology. We look at social psychology and psychopathology and individual differences. We also study the AS unit of research methods, approaches and perspectives, and issues and debates. At A2, we move on to, we can choose options, and the options that we've chosen here at College are relationships, aggression, and schizophrenia. We also do a little bit more of research methods for A2 level, and a little bit more with approaches and perspectives, and a little bit more with issues and debates, the bulk of which we'll have covered at AS level. So moving on to how we study psychology at College School. Well, the first thing to say is we have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of discussion, and we have a lot of exchange of ideas. But that said, psychology is an A-level that's an academic course, so by its very nature there's a lot of reading, there's a lot of note-taking and writing, both at AS and A-level, and that's fairly relentless. There's also a lot of home learning to compound the learning that's done in the classroom, so expect homework after every lesson. There's regular in-class testing, mostly at the start of each lesson. There's extended writing tasks and exam-style questions to get students in the way of answering exam-style questions so that they're fully proficient at that by the time it comes around to their exams. So, thinking about how the psychology A-level is assessed. It's assessed within AQA via exam, so there's no coursework whatsoever. At AS level, there are 2 exams. Each paper lasts for an hour and a half, and they're examined about a week in between each sitting. It's a standalone qualification, and it's worth half an A-level. To get the full A-level, students have to sit three exam papers at the end of year 2. Each exam paper lasts 2 hours, and they're roughly several days apart, maybe a week. So there's time for swatting in between, and that gives you your final grade. So, thinking about what do I need to study psychology at A-level? Well, strong essay writing skills, and that's important because a large proportion of the exam features extended writing, so you do need to be able to write well. The ability to think critically. Now that's something that you develop over the 2-year course, but you do have to have an ability to be able to evaluate. You have to have an enjoyment and understanding of biology and maths. There is some quite advanced maths within psychology, certainly at A2, and a bit of biology, so you do need to kind of understand a little bit of that and have enjoyed biology. You need good academic English skills because, as I say, there's a high level of writing. Having attained your psychology A level, you can take that off to a variety of careers. You went to university and work in any one of the areas listed there, so social care, mental health, education, business, research, sports, just generally in life. Having an understanding of others and what motivates them is very, very useful just in everyday life. I couldn't recommend it highly enough. Come and join us.